Hi, I'm Mark Furness of Miller & Furness from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Come join us for an evening with Clifton Taulbert at the William Inge Theater on May 29th. Get inspired. Change your mindset.
It's going to soon be May 29th, and I'll be coming to Independence, Kansas. I'm absolutely excited. You know, I just gotten back from the island of St. Croix, just spent a week in Washington, D.C., and every conversation that I'm having across the country is about entrepreneurial thinking. Little did I know as a little boy growing up in the Mississippi Delta in the 1950s that job at the ice house with my great uncle Cleve would literally change my life. I learned so much while sitting in the cab of his 1947 pickup truck. That man's life taught me what was really, really needed in order to be successful. Now, of course, in the 1950s, late 1950s, I might add, I didn't know anything about entrepreneurial thinking. We just simply call it doing it Cleve's way. And that's what I think is happening around the country. Everybody has a memory of someone who was independent in thought, someone who was not afraid to take a risk. They didn't know what to call it at the time, but now we do. It's entrepreneurial thinking. And I really look forward to May 29th, when I will have the opportunity to come to your city and talk to the students from Independence, Kansas, as well as Coffeyville, those who are involved in the Ice House course. I can't think of anything better you can be doing than listening to the voice of Uncle Cleve and those incredible lessons that he brought into my life. You know, working at the Ice House, learning how to cut a 300-pound block of ice in order not to leave any shavings on the floor. You would say, well, Cliff, what does that have to do with the 21st century? Well, let me tell you. It was that job, that very job as a 13-year-old kid, that gave me what I needed in order to be involved with the team that introduced Stairmaster exercise systems to the world. You know, when Stairmaster first came out, they called it Stairs to Wear. And all of a sudden, my company ended up with this incredible contract, a contract that I at first thought was absolutely worthless because nobody wanted to walk on stairs that didn't go upstairs. You know, it was called Stairs to Wear. But this is what the entrepreneur does. He or she thinks differently. They are visionaries, and they are not afraid to take the risk. And you know, as I think about the young kids in and around Kansas, Independence and Coffeyville and wherever that are being mentored, those of you who are in middle school and high school, you know, I want you to know that entrepreneurial thinking is not for the 40-year-old guy. It's not for the 50-year-old woman who's just got a great inheritance. What am I going to do with all this money? No, it's for you as well. Because I was right in middle school when I first heard about this way of living. And it was then as a 13-year-old kid. I mean, that's when I first got the knowledge. That's when the word first got to me. Clifton, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can do something differently. So we're going to talk about the mindset, whether you want a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset will keep you exactly where you are. Don't worry. Just stay there, drink your coffee and your soda pop, and stay right where you are. But then there's the growth mindset. That's the mindset that literally tells you that there is nothing that you can't do. That's the mindset that told America that we can literally walk on the moon. That's the mindset that told me when I was a young kid in the Delta, having to travel 100 miles round trip to school every day, Clifton, this is the thing to do. Don't stop going to school. Don't miss a day. Do you know, with all of that saddle on my back, 100 miles round trip every day, and sometimes not having lunch money, I never missed a day out of school. And I graduated valedictorian of my class. Today I own my own company and all the challenges and all the opportunities that go along with that. But none of that would have happened had I not experienced entrepreneurial thinking. You know, this is what we need in the 21st century in order to accomplish more than what we ever thought we could. Because as I tell my audiences around the world, that the only thing that is the norm now is uncertainty. And when uncertainty becomes the norm, we definitely need a new way of thinking.